Can Ladd McConkey take a step forward after a somewhat disappointing sophomore year? Welcome back to the Charged Up podcast. My name's Dan. Thanks so much for watching. And before we continue, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me grow the channel, and I appreciate you guys so much for that. So we're going to get into Ladd McConkey here, as we all know had a fantastic rookie season. Right, we can go back to his numbers here. 82 receptions, 1,100 yards, an average of 14 yards, and 7 touchdowns. You know, to be a second-round pick and a rookie, to come into the season that year and put up those numbers, very impressive. But then you saw last year, the numbers dropped a little bit. 66 receptions, 789 yards, 12 average, and only 6 touchdowns. A lot of people, including myself, and I'm sure most of you, were expecting Ladd to kind of do better than his rookie year. But there were a few games there where it just didn't seem like there was... You know, you just sometimes say, hey, where's Ladd? I haven't heard his name much today. And I'm not saying that's all on him, right? It's really hard to, run long routes when your offensive line isn't giving your quarterback any time for you to complete those routes. Therefore, production can go down. There's many, many other reasons for it. But either way, can Ladd McConkey come back from that 789-yard season last year and move it up to 1,300 yards this year? Maybe become officially the number one receiver. Now, of course, there's also a lot of cooks in the kitchen, right? You got a lot of receivers, and Justin Herbert isn't one to just target one person over and over again. Maybe in certain situations, but he likes to move the ball around. But we'll see. I think that with a healthier offensive line, I think that Ladd is going to fit really well into Mike McDaniel's scheme. I think he's going to be open for big plays and play action, along with Q, Trey Harris, KLS, and Brennan Thompson. But I think that this year, you're going to see Ladd become more of that feature wide receiver, not so much just a support guy. Now, if you look at, and again, he had some games last year. Remember that game against Washington where he had that fantastic punt return, but Marlowe Wax hit the kicker and it was called back? Well, he went for a touchdown. So, I mean, there was, if that play was not called back, he would have matched his rookie season total with 7, plus would have had a highlight reel play. But because it was called back, it didn't really get talked about. So to be fair, again, I think there was a little bit of luck. With the injuries, that was a problem. The scheme was, we all had a problem with Greg Roman's play calling as well, let's be honest. But this year, in this offense, with Mike McDaniel and a healthy Justin Herbert and a healthy offensive line, not to mention, Ladd, he's only 24 years old. Still lots of room to grow, get bigger, get stronger. You see he's 6 feet tall, 185 pounds. He's not the biggest guy, but he is very quick. And once you get him the ball in space, he can make people miss. He's got good moves, and he's got the speed to break away for a touchdown. So I think that with all of his attributes and everything that he brings to the table, moving him around in motion a lot, you can get a lot done with him amongst other receivers. But I really do think that this year, Ladd is going to take a massive step forward and become that receiver that we all know he can be and hope that we can be. Now, in terms of, how many yards, how many touchdowns is he going to get? Honestly, I would say if he were to get 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns, that would be huge. And I think everyone would be happy with that. That is my prediction. I do think Ladd's going to have a very good year. But let me know what you think. Please do not be shy. Let me know what your prediction is in the comment section for Ladd McConkey, because I think he's going to do great things. But what do you think? Let me know how many yards, how many touchdowns he's going to get. And again, thanks so much for watching. Please, again, do not be shy. And I'll be back shortly with a new one.